trees are green and overhanging, feather light free and everlasting.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Indeed. Yeah, semi-cubed up here. It's not in the most comfortable position, but I'll try to get used to it. I'll save my wrists a little bit of stress. Yeah, so I'm finding myself staring at this screen again, looking at everything, and I can understand probably now why conceptualization is chiming in so much, because it's one of our fucking highest stats. Makes a ton of sense now. A lot of YouTube weirdos out there making strange accusations.
I heard.
I can't account for any of that nonsense. Some people have weird thoughts and feelings about things, and the severe lack of chill never ceases to amaze me. But conceptualization is a voice that's been chiming in and saying things that I just kind of didn't find interesting or particularly, and that has led to a whole rabbit hole of Woolie and his creative skills and art school history and all kinds of nonsense. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I guess I don't know whether it has to do with other playthroughs and how they went, but with this, I just kind of find that it's been chiming in with non sequiturs that I didn't find particularly interesting when I wanted to stick to the conversation, and we'll see where the stat goes. But I've been feeling the need to. I forget, why were we holding on to our points again? Why were we not leveling them up to make sure the check?
I think we were thinking of leveling up during conversations, or for HP or psyche healing.
But we can get those from items, right? Volition and endurance we can heal with item purchases.
For if there's a check that you need to do.
For mid-conversation checks. Okay, so just wait until you need it in that moment. I guess. Although, if you spend it on one, but you don't have it later for the other, then it's almost like, well, you used it for that one check, but you could have...
You had one stat that was capped at 7, so I guess 6 is not the max. If you look at Shivers... Yeah, you got 7 dots for that. That's crazy.
I think I've heard people referring to going past that. I think I heard people talking about going up to 10.
Okay, all right.
So anything underneath 10 is room
normal. Room to grow.
Room to grow.
Okay,
right. In theory.
So savoir-faire is at 0 because of the debuffs on clothing, I guess.
And we are walking around with 1 health because we took a hit somewhere earlier. I forgot what caused it, but anyway. We are still 1 point away from death, which I don't really like. But that's the situation. But we have a healing. Okay, so technically if we lose it, we can heal that up. Yeah, and then I just kind of I want to spend. I'd like to spend stats on interesting things, but I don't know whether interesting is going to pay off versus required walls that we're going to meet up with. So let's go a little bit further in. But if I kind of feel as if I don't want to necessarily wait until I'm met with a necessary check to spend it, then I'll start upgrading as we go. Yeah, I think it'll be fine either way. So we spoke to Measurehead. Mm-hmm. We spoke to the scab leader down there, who was pretty sus as well. And we have a whole lot of shit to take care of on a Monday. We also had internalized our volumetric shit compression and Hobocop. I assume we're gonna probably lean away from Art Cop whenever that decides to show its face. Actual art degree. And then we had Cop of the Apocalypse down here, which we also could begin internalizing.
Apocalypse.
Yeah. This was another place to go. Might be fun. -1 rhetoric. Rambling madman. Yeah, let's go a little bit further. But I might take that. I might take that because rhetoric has been awesome so far, and ours is very high.
Useful. Boy. Yeah, let's see if there's more propaganda in that car. Nope, nothing.
No. That's the racist car over there.
Okay.
This car should be fine. The car kept in good condition. Weirdos, Reggie.
Yeah.
Fucking weirdos.
Oh, what is that? Some kind of like destroyed
Woolie,
monument?
the actual racist. Get the fuck out of my fucking channel. Just leave. Don't come back.
Horseback Monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
Oh, no voice. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Felipe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
Damn.
Oh, yeah. You know what happened there. Tried to keep it in the family.
The opulent to the squanderer to the insane.
Yep.
Damn. What that mouth do?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy. Go ahead, Reggie. You already on
Oh,
the Google.
yeah. What the frick is profligacy?
As a
Reckless extravagance or wastefulness in the use of resources, or licentious or dissolute behavior.
that's $1,000 word right
Damn.
there.
Use that in
Profligacy.
Scrabble.
I thought they just banned a bunch of words.
Yes, they have.
In what way?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasure?
Some people's talent is bad leadership.
Yeah.
Like, you are a legendarily bad leader. Fair enough, I have other questions. Let's go.
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Golden faucets, I hear.
That give out juice? Or Diet Coke? Or what's your pick?
That's how MC Hammer went broke.
Oh my god.
There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Yep. Okay, the golden sun.
I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
The king is the king, and he can do anything.
Wait, really? No way that's true.
A deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit.
No wonder everything went to shit.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
Electrochemistry?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
Okay, what is nose candy?
This is a lot to process.
So he was addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie?
Okay, where is he buried now?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains
Jesus.
in the Insulindian Bay.
Damn.
Oh, we have to define cocaine?
Cocaine.
Oh, okay.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Ah. That's to the six-dimensional elves. and the great consciousness floating through space that we are underneath the tail of, apparently.
Dude, he was just wired. Why were you listening to this guy? Oh my god. Okay, where is he buried now?
Under the InfoWars compound.
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
And what happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled.
Damn, okay.
Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
So we have confirmation of airships, because we're looking at this, like, you know, world of, like, motor cars exist, but we don't know quite how advanced their
Technology is. Yeah.
flight is, you know? Oh, that was, yeah, okay, we're still hitting these encyclopedia checks. We restored the monument.
Years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
Wow.
Liberal, artistically inclined individuals. Out of irony. But after time passes, when does the line between irony and, like, and something being unironic just completely blur to the point that you can't tell it was a farce?
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber. A sea of shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's brilliant. So funny and
Because of it's okay. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that it was, like, mid-destruction.
yeah.
I see. That's such a bad idea.
I really don't get art.
That's a bad idea.
People in Martinez tend to agree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
Like,
Ironist.
like the opposite of, like, a statue should not be an anti-statue. It should just be nothing. Just don't put anything there.
Yeah.
Then. You know, like, you don't have to do the strung up, hung and destroyed version of the person who you don't want around anymore. Just literally, you know, just chuck it.
Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
Yeah, it would be really weird if we lived in a society where, like, history's greatest monsters had, like, effigies to their deaths, or, like, you know what I mean, like, as a part of regular society every day. Just, like, here's a constant reminder of, like, it would be, like, super fucking weird. Fuck that.
Not that he ever did in life either.
Hoi polloi is the common people. I never heard of that before. Okay. Who is this? We've seen it already, so now we can leave, I guess.
Yeah. Is it just going to go back through it? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, that's a fucking tidbit of history there.
Yeah.
Also, a little bit of a clue as to who's in charge and how they came about their decisions. What's going on over here?
Money!
Yo, Roland and Real.
Let's go.
What about over here? Tank top plus
Oh,
one physical instrument.
let's go.
Hell yeah.
What are the buffs on our shirt right now?
1+1 conceptualization, minus
Minus
one
one
suggestion. Let's change clothes. And go.
Debuff conceptualization.
And girl, I promise you, no substitutes. Just me. Let's go. Yeah.
With a vest, with a disco jacket on.
Yeah. Swag. Don't knock the swag. There's a method to the madness. There's order in the chaos. I'll take that buff.
Might as well just take your pants off at this point.
I mean,
does it buff you? Maybe it might improve your relationship.
if it improves a roll.
Does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Is that like an earring?
Yeah, I would assume so.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Keep your Google open, friends. We learned it today. Ambrotype. Is that like a...
Maybe an older type of camera or something? Colliding positive in the UK. A positive photograph on glass. It is viewed by reflected light. Really cool, okay.
I was going to say like maybe it's like some form of etching.
Oh, okay.
Ambrotype.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. Some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Snap your fingers in front of her face.
Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions.
Nothing to do there, yeah.
Inland Empire. Grandma?
Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is gray like lead.
Wait.
Thank you, Kim.
He stops you before you snap.
She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why is that?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. Okay.
Can we still interact with her?
I guess. Possibly at Kim's behest.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
Yeah.
In the background, the radio plays.
Okay.
Right. So where did we leave off with the ledger?
Have a closer look. Maybe it can be
The
salvaged.
letter you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer inside.
Nope.
It's barely held together by a clip, then made complete by...
Nope.
Do you have any endurance white checks to do? Didn't we get something like a buff for endurance that we could do or something?
What are you referring to?
I think there's a list of white checks somewhere. And yeah, this. And I think...
We had a legendary check with Hanged Man. And that's about it.
I think endurance, we could now do it or something.
Getting the body down?
Possibly.
Okay.
There was a buff for endurance last time that we leveled up.
There's a lot of places we haven't walked to or looked at yet. I mean, we can go try that, but I feel as if we haven't had that much of a stat change, did we? For trying it? Or we're at 1?
Okay. And when you look at the volumetric shit compressor, I think there was a bonus added with that, and it helps your endurance checks.
Okay, all right. I was gonna continue exploring this immediate area around us.
Yeah, that's better.
Since we're here, and then
Yes.
eventually make my way back up there.
Yeah.
And then we had the west side of the map as well.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
makes perfect
So-
sense. A bold slogan:
Humanox.
Humanox covers the truck.
Yeah. I mean, the clock only moves forward when we talk to people and or
Yeah.
make things happen. But walking around and stuff is not. Yeah. And I somehow doubt the body will decompose in gameplay world time until you got no shot at it.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Oh, we didn't go here.
Some great tectonic forces cracked the pavement like an eggshell. The damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
That's fair. That's fair, Kim.
It's kind of like in Hades. Every time there's a chair around and you go to like interact with it, it's just like, no time to sit. Keep moving.
You are the angriest man I know, René. Oh. Hello?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
René Arnaud.
And Gaston Martin.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Shouldn't I ask what game it is first?
All right, I got this. Ball time.
I would ask if you're playing bocce or pétanque or boulingrin. What's happening here?
Well, some of those depend on the age, right?
And the country of origin.
You're going bocce ball when you're talking seniors.
No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
72% chance I've got decent hand-eye coordination on this check.
Red check, yeah.
Better observe them first. Moan over your time, fellows. I'll leave you to it.
Oof.
Just interrupt. What if you're interrupting their game?
Exactly. If I was an old man, I'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Let's not necessarily go that route until we get us some info.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards a smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter. So that's a big
mon
distance.
Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
He tries to measure the throw.
I hope you passed out from it. You goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust.
Reggie, have you ever been playing a little game of like one-on-one soccer with a friend, right, back in the day at recess or at lunch?
Yeah, okay.
And then some shit kid just runs up and boots the ball as far as possible.
I can picture it.
And then it's like, well, I guess now we have to fight.
Yeah.
It's because you either go get my ball or we're going to have to fight. Because I'm not going to get the ball, you shit kid. Right? Are those people not the most annoying and fucking ridiculous kids ever?
They're terrible.
Why would I want to be that kid right now?
They're terrible. Don't be that kid.
Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible. Measuring. This must be the age-old game of pétanque.
There you go. Get that bocce shit out of here.
Pétanque.
Shush. Ignore them. They don't know what they're doing. They're old. You are letting down yourself and the team. Get in the damn game already.
Why you gotta be so ageist, physical instrument?
Because they can't do it like us.
Sometimes the old people can get buffed the fuck up. Look at Jack LaLanne, you know?
Wait, what team?
I'm on it, coach.
Doesn't matter what team. Pick a team. Any team. The blue team. You're letting them down. Get in the game and throw the goddamn ball.
Why are you so mean to me?
Oh my god. Why are you so aggro? Fucking meathead.
Eyes on the ball, Dinky Winky.
No explanations. Ah, there we go. Now it's dropped.
You know the game is pétanque.
Yeah. Now that you know what the game is, you might be aware of the fact that you don't know the rules, and now your chances go down. That's hilarious. That's great. Moment of your time follows.
Sure, officer. I am René Arnaud, and my specially abled partner here is Gaston Martin. How can we help you?
The man in uniform stands before you tall and proud.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. And like most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals.
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
Do you have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Oh yeah, is cop a pejorative term for real? No.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
What about
policewomen?
So again, you don't know anything.
Hold on a second. What's the sequitur there? Okay.
I'm confident they are indispensable in regard to all the paperwork and other administrative duties.
Not to mention keeping the station tidy and the men fed and happy.
Oh God. There are no duties RCM woman couldn't carry out.
I try avoid voicing opinions on controversial matters. Let's just drop it.
I mean, he sounds like he's playing it pretty straight.
But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain, more challenging tasks. Don't you, officer?
No, I don't think there's any evolutionary inequality at play here.
Really, officer? Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley and see who comes out on top.
Okay, René. Kinda.
I mean, sure, but you can also find some that can handily beat your ass.
Yeah.
Gender equality is a very noble, very modern idea. But in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further.
All right, he's tapping out.
Fair enough.
He's tapping out. Yeah, okay. You seem to be playing in a crater.
I saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
I mean,
What seems more interesting, huh?
finding the type of woman that can beat ass right now. if that,
Just wait here.
if that can, we'll be right back.
René, je reviens dans un instant. You find something.
Let's crawl. Let's fucking scan the map to see if that character exists in the game, please. He seems to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was there an earthquake here?
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Oh, okay. It's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery
Because that's
used?
what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Communard.
Who are the communards again?
Did you use artillery fire? Did you use artillery fire against them?
Maybe we can do this history lesson later.
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He had squeezing a bull in his fist.
We're talking to another generation right now.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless you,
What?
but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to parse the sentence.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
Probably. Why Sheldon Heron Martinez?
They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead.
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
He points to the northeast.
You know, there's something about this type of game where, like, you have to figure out the context of the world, and so
Yeah.
you have to talk to people and get them to explain things. But the process of doing so makes you sound stupid because you clearly are like, why don't you know this stuff?
Yeah.
Everyone is like, why am I explaining the most basic things of our world to you? And you can't necessarily like yes and then get a chance at learning the backstory in a way, you know. So you're kind of like I mean, obviously the game is set up in such a way that you're waking up after the worst bender ever, and you've got to put your shit together, and that's why you don't know anything. But like, you're going to feel stupid the whole way through because people are going to have this attitude of like, yeah, idiot, duh.
How come you don't know this already?
And you're like, so that makes me like hesitant to like click on, you know, some of the like, please explain something that I should know already, you know. But yeah, Deathblow sounds grim.
Nod thoughtfully and turn to look northeast.
Let's do that one.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we plagued Petonk on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
That explains all the war damage.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that, they're the lesser evil.
Is that why everything is so bombed out?
That explains the war damage, right?
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
There is a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
So thank you, foreign government, for coming to our lands and blowing up my commie countrymen, essentially.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players at the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Stopped mid-sentence and turned to you.
And notice that he wouldn't be caught dead wearing Crip colors. Or blood colors, excuse me. Not an ounce of red on him. Couldn't be any further away from Kami.
Thinking men have opinions on these things.
Uh-huh.
Present one.
Here we go.
That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard working class to take over.
Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. Shake your head in shame.
This coalition seems quite capable, actually.
Commies just don't understand how money works.
Nothing. I don't think. I just do.
I just do. So there's your enlightened answer. You want to pick number 5. All right. That's how it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hardworking class to take over. Foreign power cleaned up your mess, and now they rule us. Coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies don't understand how money works. Which quadrant? Which quadrant, my friend?
What appeals to you?
Well, I don't think the money working is necessarily going to be the most relevant answer here. I feel as if it's like whether or not you feel, whether or not you like the fact that, whether or not foreign powers are ruling you, like in here you're deeming it a mess in terms of what happens, so essentially you're leaning into what he's going with, or you're going this route where it's all about the proletariat.
How were we aligned up to now?
The game doesn't show you. The game doesn't quite show you.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this is like bottom right. This is top left. This is top right, and this is bottom left. Is kind of the impression that I'm getting. What do you think?
I'm tempted to go with number 2.
No, there is no real bottom left there, is there? This isn't... Yeah, talking about soft socialists isn't really bottom left
Soft.
either. There's basically 2 examples of top right.
Class.
Yeah, you're thinking 2? Interesting. Let's go 1.
Preposterous! Surely you don't mean it.
He frowns.
I'm just sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those commie hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking my piss in the mountains,
Damn, René.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
You're dropping names on us.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Wait, drinking whose piss?
His own piss.
Fuck.
His own piss.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philippe III factor into this?
Who was this Frisel?
You mentioned Guillaume.
What exactly is a suzerain? Conclude.
All right, audience, be honest right now. How many of you read this name and read it as Guillaume?
The fuck?
Or Guillaume? Or Gilliam? How many of you read that in some weird way? Not no? No? You know it's Guillaume? Okay. Okay. All right. Do they use Guillaume outside of Quebec? And like
In
France? Outside of French, do they use the Guillaume in English?
Yeah, you have William, right?
Yeah.
So
William is the translation. Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What about that statue over there?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. It had nothing to do with anything.
Okay. Too far off a king. And who was this Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
Damn, the people got to him. And you mentioned Guillaume.
Yeah. Man. Just like these things have been happening for years, like when the public gets their hands on the leader, but only recently has it been happening in the age of the cell phone.
Yeah.
Where like it's like, oh, there's that like Nokia cam clip of Saddam Hussein or what's his name? Gaddafi. And you're like captured on a mobile phone. Wild.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Fricelle. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
I wonder if he still
Some
lives.
manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
That's a possibility.
A true king in both blood and mind left Revachol before Fricelle. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
How come he didn't fight? How come he didn't send off those commies?
And what exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already?
Oh my god, you were getting him worked up.
They've forgotten already.
Had to ask. You had
It's
to.
no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the Filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout. Or
What is this about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? Damn.
that is low.
Oh, I'd love to crack him open and find out what was going on. Find the truth of that. Right? Get down to the nitty gritty. That's unfortunately low. Yeah. They've forgotten already. One day that's going to be us talking about the internet, man.
Yeah? What's gonna be after the internet? What's gonna...
No, well, it's already taken on its next level form, but they've forgotten already about the days of when Gerstmann Gate happened.
Oh my god.
and the inception of Giant Bomb. They've forgotten already.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Yeah.
He smiles as
Gaston?
if reliving a pleasant memory. He's like, yo, remember that crazy...
Wild shit. Gonna just fucking rewrite history in your brain, bro?
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
What was that about cocaine?
What? Huh?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much.
Purple?
A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
Yeah,
You can't
okay.
even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders
Of
a
course. Of course. Leading is hard. You need to take the edge off. You know?
Yeah, he needed to chill, right?
Yeah, you need to take the edge off with a little blow every now and then. Just a functional amount. What's wrong with the occasional microdose as you lead your nation into war?
With the long pinky fingernails.
What's
just going
the
like-
problem?
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine. For clarity of vision.
Yes.
To aid in their wealth.
Hyper-focus.
Regnum cocaine. Revachol's finest years.
The reign of cocaine. He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past.
Hell yeah. What's the fucking problem? You know? And if it ever gets real bad, just take a trip down to Mother Ayahuasca and get yourself reset.
Find some balance.
You know? Mix it up with the spirit molecule. Go see your inner self. Reset the situation. Respec your stats. Come out a new person. No problem.
Cool ruler.
Electrochemistry? Anything?
Nope.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Nothing to say.
Philippe III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor.
Wow.
And it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Okay.
Yo. Like royal crack baby.
Straight up. Straight up.
Apps like on the throne. Born of crack
Born in it.
and high
molded
birth.
by it.
Just wow. Wow.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense. He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Excuses?
But if there's a known way to refer to it, if you have actual historic sayings, that means it's not just you coming up with those excuses. History came up with those
Yep.
excuses, right? Everyone on your side found the hand wave for it and gave it a name
Yep.
and put it in fucking context, you know?
Yeah, Coke King. What's the problem? What?
Like as long as you have that point to refer to, you can, anyone else who wants to get on board can just 1000% recite the fucking bullet point, you know? Like the sanctity of marriage. You know?
Oh.
It's not about me caring about what you do with your own life. It's about the sanctity. We have to create the bullet point, and then we all refer to that. Couldn't have
how it
strung those
is.
words together by myself, but someone told me what to say. It's all good. What's that about a higher realm? Sounds interesting.
Such responsibility requires a boost every now and then. I sometimes need one too.
Seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
Thanks for clearing that up. I have some other questions now.
I mean, listen, drug users should not operate heavy machinery. We could have a much more lenient and practical system of dealing with drugs and drug use in general, but maybe not official crack baby royalty. Maybe not in the womb.
The best quality, okay?
So
Only the
this is calling out electrochemistry right
Fit
here.
for a king.
What is our stat even at? What are we even at on that?
Electrochem 3.
Oh, we're rolling. Mm-hmm. We're capable. Such constables. What was that? I sometimes need one too. Responsible behavior. Yeah, sure.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tale.
Gaston's like, man, don't do that. That's 5 to 10.
Come on, open up, René.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
Oh wow, Kim wants nothing to do with it.
Opium roads.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Okay, seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself.
Based. Powerful leaders not afraid to do what must be done. That's what the country needs.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There is some wariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before. We'll get him started.
Oh, we're just gonna reset the conversation. Yeah.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
All right, then.
Based on what? Based on drugs, obviously.
Right.
The old man stands tall and proud again, looking at you. This is a white check. You may retry it. Okay, I guess I will take the helm on that one. yo.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabineers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Damn, Philip V. Okay.
Guillaume the Lion.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
Oh boy.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't worry.
Grumpy nationalist old men.
Better in the old days.
Thank you for your time.
It's easier to follow than to lead, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Absolute monarchist. Loves the king.
Hey,
Look around.